guys, Natalie Willis, the baby sleep trainer here. Let's talk about the eat, wake, sleep cycle. There's a reason that that term, eat, wake, sleep, is such a common term across a lot of different sleep training programs or methods. And that's because eat, wake, sleep means that your baby's not using eating to fall asleep. There's lots of ways that your baby might fall asleep. Nursing or feeding on a bottle tends to be pretty common because when babies are brand new, when they're newborns, they eat so frequently and they sleep so much that it's pretty much impossible sometimes to keep the two from happening at the same time. That's probably a little intentional from Mother Nature as well. And so often you need to extricate yourself from that relationship in order to teach your child how to fall asleep independently. A lot of videos about that. By the way, I also have a detailed blog post on Eat, Wake, Sleep. The link will be in the description below that you can check out. But let's really just for a moment be clear about what it is. Eat, wake, sleep. That means that your child wakes up either in the morning first thing or from a nap. They are fed. I would suggest that you do everything you can, move heaven and earth, to keep them completely alert and awake from the moment they begin to nurse, or the moment the bottle hits their mouth until the moment the bottle comes out of their mouth, or the moment that they come off the breast, that their eyes are wide open. It's not enough for them to start awake during a feeding and get drowsy in the middle and then wake up towards the end. They really need to be alert and awake the entire time. Then they'll have some amount of wake time, and then it'll be time for them to sleep. If your child is an independent sleeper, they'll go down alone, awake, and fall asleep on their own. And if they are still assisted to sleep, like many babies are, then they'll fall asleep doing something other than eating. Then they will sleep, they'll wake up, they'll eat again. Eat, wake, sleep also encourages children to have better feedings because they are not sort of eating when they're sleepy, falling asleep before they finish their feeding, waking up, not really being that hungry since they ate right before they fell asleep. But then getting hungry at some point during their wake time, eating, but because they've been awake, they fall asleep. It kind of gets really messy, and you can really quickly trigger like a snacking relationship, which you don't want and is not ideal. So eat, wake, sleep can help to time those feedings out so that they become really substantial. One thing to keep in mind, especially for nursing moms and younger babies, is the eat, wake, sleep cycle does not necessarily need to be super far apart. It doesn't have to be 3 hours or 3.5 or 4 hours. All it really means is that your child eats completely awake. Then they spend some amount of time continuing to be awake and playing, and then they fall asleep in any way other than eating. If you want any more information about this or how to sleep train in general, because this is kind of all part of a larger sort of program of how to help your child be healthy, please check out the Baby Sleep Trainer online programs. They're really, truly excellent. There'll also be a link to that in the description. Of course, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the Baby Sleep Trainer YouTube channel. We put wonderful content up all of the time, and I will see you next time.